You know, the Tao of Jeet is the best-selling martial arts book of all time. It's probably sold upwards of 1 million copies and has been in press since 1975. And yet, the majority of it was not actually written by Bruce Lee. I think it is a disservice to those individuals who wrote the material that was wrongfully credited to Bruce Lee because they deserve to be recognized for their insights. And that's why I wrote Who Wrote the Tao, the literary source book for the Tao of Jeet Kune. So the book is 228 pages long. It follows the pagination, more or less, of the Tao of Jeet Kune, meaning that when I present these quotes on page, for instance, 193 of my book, you could go to 193 of the Tao of Jeet Kune and find the passage there, the Bruce Lee version. So that makes it a little bit easier for people to kind of compare the two. And the idea behind it is that they would lay out my book and they would lay out the Tao of Jeet Kune and they would look at them side by side. Now, I've used the opportunity because I've identified 85% of the material, but there's 15% that I haven't identified. So in those spaces where I haven't identified the material, I use that opportunity to provide a value add with new biographies on some of the contributors, a biography of Gilbert Johnson, the man who edited the Tao of Jeet Kune, and very little is known about, and an even more compelling biography on Joe Snyder, who was the man who first recognized that there was an authorship problem with the Tao of Jeet Kune. The book also has a lot of trivia about the Tao of Jeet Kune, historical material related to the Tao of Jeet Kune, like old ads and such. So it really is an interesting and one-of-a-kind book for the martial artist and the Bruce Lee fan. The book was a labor of love and the product of intense passion for the subject matter. I'm hoping people will get a lot out of this. I'm hoping it will be an education for people, that they will begin to explore these other authors and maybe expand their knowledge base. And I also hope that the historical record, is set straight with regard to Bruce Lee's writings.